to Too Cute to Die, the podcast where we talk about death, dying, terminal illness, grief, caregiving, dementia, medical assistance in dying, and all the shit that no one really wants to talk about, but we do. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we're here because life is too short to be serious all the time. So we're bringing the levity, sarcasm, and brutal honesty that we use to get through the hard stuff. You might laugh, you might cry, you might forget what we're talking about. Probably all three. LFG motherfuckers.
Love it. I love it. How was your Christmas?
Well, this year we decided to close one of our retail stores. And so I think once my nervous system heard me say those words out loud, it was like, can we be done now? Can we be done now? And I don't have a lot of resources to do that front of house stuff so much anymore. And so I had even less available for the family for Christmas. So we had like a Christmas
Right.
Eve dinner, and then Christmas Day was chill. We went to a friend's house for Christmas Day dinner, and then I was back in the store. So it's kind of like it didn't even happen.
Yeah. How are you feeling about letting go of your store?
Really fine, really completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
If not
completely
like
fine.
really good.
So good, so good because
Yeah.
it's making room for all kinds of new stuff, and that I love that. I'm
Yeah.
not closing the business. It's just getting rid of the store because it's not performing the way it needs to be a viable place to put business money and time and attention. So we're just going to pivot and do
Or
new things.
did you want to tell the audience what your business name is?
My business is my name. It's Vanessa Ayer's daughter. Nobody can spell it, but I'll link it in the show notes. It's AEGIRSDOTTIR.com. And there's one day maybe we'll talk about the story of names, and we've
Yeah.
we've changed our names a few times over the years.
But you've got good shit. You
Oh,
got
we have so
good
much
shit.
good fit.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got this jewelry design business, and as an artist, I make a lot of other things besides the jewelry, but that's what we're best known for. And
Mhm.
so now that we've decided to close the store, we're pivoting to doing almost exclusively wholesale with, stores across Canada, and then also we wholesale to our seasonal gift store in Alaska, and that's plenty to keep this girly busy.
Good.
And it
I'm
keeps me excited about doing it too, little changes like this or big changes.
yeah. Well, you do like to do things a lot all the time. So
Yes, I do.
I don't think you're gonna know how to stop.
I said
So
to somebody yesterday when I was at work, I said that if I stop creating, I'll shrivel up and die.
well, you might shrivel up and die if you don't stop creating.
I think if I work too much, then that might
That,
do
yes.
harm, but I'll always do something creative. I mean, even if it's
Yeah.
just making sourdough like I'm doing today, that's still pretty creative.
Yeah.
So Christmas was hard for you.
It was awful. It's always been my favorite holiday this year. Uh, I think it was a little slap in the face because, my disease is with me 24 hours a day, but
Mhm.
I'm alone most of the time. So it's rears its ugly head in weird symptoms like hallucinations. I can't remember if I talked about that on the first one, but I'm hallucinating now, which is my very favorite thing in the entire world. It's like I'm not alone. Okay.
Oh, right, because sometimes there's a blanket that turns into a dog.
Well, yes, I've had a dog visit a couple of times. Yeah. And then there's a lot of people that knock on my door. So a lot of visitors coming by, but none of them to come in because there's no one there. So yeah, so I think being around all my loved ones, and usually it's about a 3-day event, people just pop in and out of my house. I couldn't believe how different I was because I don't see that on a daily basis. It was painful. I was homicidal, fuck, suicidal. I was homicidal.
Yeah, you were the one who wanted to die. You wanted to kill everybody.
That's correct. Like I'm the one dying, but I wanted everybody else to die in that moment, or all of those moments. But yeah, I just realized like my brain is so slow now that I can't have two people talking at the same time. I also can't be doing something and then somebody talk to me at the same time. So I spent a large part of the holiday going, stop, stop, bring it down. That was like my thing. That was my, I wasn't being funny at all. I
But did
wasn't
it
being,
work? Did it help?
Well, yes, and I did get a few like I'm like, okay, bitch looks, but
Yeah.
they all know what's going on. So, um,
And because
my
you
mom,
look so normal, like I think it's so easy to forget.
yeah. And I mean, these are people I don't see all the time, so I do not equate what looks like an Alzheimer's patient at all. So, um, like there was one person that was like, oh, because I fell asleep naturally for the first time in like 15 years, and I fell asleep at 9 o'clock at night
Because you have
naturally.
insomnia. You have insomnia.
Because I have very bad insomnia. I swear that's, yeah, like started mental health perimenopause and has just continued on because it's also part of Alzheimer's. But so for me to go to bed naturally and at 9 o'clock, because I like to stay up till 1 o'clock every night pretty much, is unheard of. So that just speaks to the volume of how exhausting that was for my brain.
Mhm.
And then, my lovely TikTok followers suggested just like taking time outs and telling them. So on the second day and the third day, I did that. And so I spent quite a bit of time just in my room listening to them. But even being in another room and listening to them was exhausting to me.
Right, because it's all
And
that
I'm,
input.
yeah, my brain is just, everything has to be slower. And normally I'm like hyper and singing Christmas songs and like play fighting with my kids and I think the saddest part is the feeling of apathy. There's another word for it. Somebody put it on my TikTok and I can't remember, but it's the anhedonia. Thank you. And that was so prevalent because
Mm.
these are people I love, but I was also like meh about them being there. Like I love them, but the
So you
difference
had
is,
you had the desire for them to be there. You wanted to want to be with them.
yeah,
And when they were there, you were indifferent that they were there, and you were aware of your indifference, and that was leading
yeah,
to sadness.
yes, yes, yeah.
Oh,
Because that's
that
not me.
no,
That is
that's
not
not
me.
you.
Like I have lived my entire life just like
Wide open,
really, yeah,
wide
just like
open, pedal to the
wide,
metal.
wide open, but also like wanting people to feel seen and heard and hugged and special. And I like to entertain. And so watching myself in this new version of me that I now am understanding is the new version, period. It's awful. Yeah, it's awful. My mom, I asked for her perspective if she noticed a change, and she said she couldn't believe how tired I was, all the time, and that she noticed I couldn't, like, I can't handle more than one thing, which again is not me. So, yeah, so it was terrible. It was really good and terrible. Yeah.
I did see though on your TikTok that you got a very practical, very like appropriate gift for someone who might forget that they might be cooking something.
That is correct. My mother bought me a fire blanket. Now, I don't get presents for Christmas usually. So, this present, the one present well, that's not true. I'm exaggerating. I don't get a lot for Christmas. Grateful for what I do get. I'm the mother. It's all,
It's
that's
just
how
the way it is. Yeah, yeah.
it's the way it is. The kids get the stuff and the moms don't. But my mom bought that for me and I actually felt some joy, which if
Well,
a
it's
fire
very much
blanket brings you
it's
a joy, you take
it's
it.
a meeting you where you're at kind of gift. Like it's thoughtful, it's
Yeah.
practical. I mean, because I know that you've talked about how with your death being something that's kind of just around the corner, the need or the desire to acquire a bunch of shit is pretty
Yeah.
non-existent. Like you don't, I mean, to clarify, we do love some home decor, we do love some fashion, but we don't, you're not like running out and like buying yourself a ton of stuff.
No, not at all. No, because what am I gonna do? Like, People
You're
don't
going to
come
use
over
an
my
air
house.
fryer for a couple of months and then you're out of here.
Oh,
Like,
I can't stand air fryers. But yes, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
yeah. So a fire blanket, that's pretty fucking practical. So
Yeah, it
gold
was good.
star to nanny for that one.
Gold Star Nanny. You did it. You rock. I actually think she got it free from her apartment building, but whatever, it doesn't really
It's
matter.
fine. It doesn't matter. I love a good
Gift is
regift.
gift.
So no
Exactly,
shade to the
exactly.
regift.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like I walked away from the holiday and like I don't pray, but I was praying, God, please make them go away. With all due respect and love, I was like, get them out of here.
Yeah.
Uh, but then once my mom left, I think I just had a huge realization of, oh, I'm not long for the world at all, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a huge eye opener. So I've been in a bit of well, I think being as fucked up as I was during the holiday and then having that realization, yeah, I've just been having a hard time accessing myself, which is like Vanessa and I have talked about this before we started doing the podcast of like showing up even when I don't feel good. Because like I like to go out when I'm feeling good. I don't usually like to go out when I'm feeling like shit. And the reality of living in a terminal body with major lack of resources around me and not enough emotional support around me. Um, have no idea what I was saying. So
I think
there,
I'm gonna guess that
Alzheimer.
you were starting to talk a bit about how like being a little bit more isolated than you would prefer in terms of supports and emotional, propping up of the
Mhm.
people who care about you, that, when you feel good is when you want to go out, and showing up to the podcast, no matter
Oh,
how you
right.
feel, is important because it's honest and
Yes,
this is what
raw.
it looks like.
And it would look like, yes, I'm too cute to die, and yes, I'm too cute to have Alzheimer's, but the not so cute part has to be in this because that I live in reality. I don't
Totally.
live in denial. I don't live, in a year from now or 6 months ago. I am here right now, and the way that I feel today is I don't want to be doing this. I want to not talk to anybody,
Mhm.
and um I hate what's happening to me. So, and that's real and
And I think
important
that's
to
a
talk
really
about.
important part of it. Like, I think, often when you see like documentaries or, these like even a well-told fictional story about somebody living with a terminal illness like this, is that you get this really curated, polished look at it, and the rough around the edges is the real ugly truth of it. And that's, like you say, as someone living in a terminal body, like that's part of your reality that you don't want to have to talk about, and it's nice when you don't have to talk about it. But I think for the people who maybe are going to listen to this that have a terminal diagnosis as well, they're going to feel really seen by
Yeah.
this.
Or even somebody who has just a invisible illness or chronic pain or, any such thing where most of the time those diseases are isolating just in and of itself with like stigma and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so whether you're terminal or not, I think it's important to talk about feeling alone. And I feel alone because nobody else around me gets it.
Because they're not inside your body, and
Not my
they're not
body. And it's,
seeing you lose yourself the way that you are seeing
yeah. And
you
to
lose yourself.
watch yourself lose yourself is the most fucked up reality I've ever lived. And I've lived through addiction. So that's saying,
Yeah.
that's saying a lot. But like to watch myself move away from myself and having zero control over that is the saddest thing I could think anybody would ever go through, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm feeling yeah, I'm feeling kind of sad about that today, I think. Yeah, and it's just also brought to light my neurologist recently wrote that I'm probably going to need care soon, which I'm like, look at me. I do not need to be taken care of. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Um, and then I had a community nurse come in and they suggested I get a walker, not to use it right now, but to have it in storage for, when the falls start happening. And I think I've been fiercely independent my entire life and raised two kids on my own and got sober during all of that and worked full time. And now I can't live independently like soon.
Hmm.
Fucking sucks.
Especially considering that your youngest just fledged very recently,
Yeah.
and you've
Yeah.
got this really cute place
Yeah.
by your damn self.
Yeah.
That's a really fucking cruel injustice.
It really is. I mean, could I please just enjoy a little bit of my retirement? Like, I mean, yes, we went to Costa Rica, so yes.
Heck of a
And
start.
and we have Lily Allen coming up, so that's exciting. At least there's a few things to look forward to, but yeah. So just
But
hasn't
the
been the
day to
best time.
day, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot to carry, especially like even though you love, the some of the parts of living on your own, at the same time, the other side of that coin is that you live on your own.
Well, I don't drive either. I'm not allowed to drive anymore. So like it's so funny I need to return something, but I either have to pay a taxi or Uber or walk there, and my energy level is so low that I'm not sure I can walk there and back. So it's like trying to do what you just would normally pop in your car and run off and do. I can't. Grocery shopping is a planned event and it's like a day event
Mhm.
because I have to figure out what I need, how am I going to get there, how am I going to get home, how am I going to carry all this stuff up on my like it's just yeah, it's very fucking strange. And there's this you know the s- I'm starting to have these auditory and visual hallucinations and um I obviously talk about this stuff on TikTok and everyone's saying it sounds like Lewy body and every time I do see my neurologist, he asks if I'm hallucinating, and I say
Mhm.
no, because I did hallucinate, like see things a few times, but I thought, oh, maybe I was tired or something,
Or just imagining things.
or imagining it, or just like psycho, because, when you have any sort of medical problem, you're immediately just a psychotic woman who needs mental health meds. And so,
You need to lose weight and have a nap.
e- exactly, and take these SSRIs for the rest of your life.
Oh,
So I think I might actually have Lewy body. And that's a different form of dementia where hallucinations, because those are happening all the time now. I'd say 5 to 6 days out of the week. And they're mostly auditory for me. So like me talking to people and they're not there kind of thing. So yeah, it's weird because it's progressing in a fucking weird way. It's like, oh, I never. And then if it is Lewy body, it's actually faster progressing than young onset,
that's exciting. I love that for you.
which
What?
would make sense why I'm progressing as fast as I am if I have it, because my doctor is like, she's progressing
Yeah,
way
in at
faster.
your last appointment, he made notes about how it was going faster than he had hoped and that you would probably need care sooner than later.
Yes. And then, my understanding of Lewy body from speaking to these people that reach out on TikTok, but also by doing my own research, is that it's a shorter life expectancy
Mhm.
and it is way faster progressing than young onset, even though young onset is way faster progressing than elder onset or elder Alzheimer's. So I feel like that's probably what it is. And hallucinations is the biggest
Yeah, that's
telltale
like the
sign.
big marker for Lewy body, right?
Yeah. 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 So, I mean, whatever. I'll be talking to my neurologist soon and see if that's Because if that's the case, then I need to get my plan. I need to get my shit in order. Meaning needs to get my shit in order because I can't do anything by myself anymore.
But luckily, though, when I am doing this stuff with you, I'm doing it with you. You can still
Yeah,
participate. You can still like guide things, make the final decisions, which
100%.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is not a decent consolation prize for not being able to do it on your own. But I'm glad that we can at least make this accommodation.
Well, and I mean, the thing is, it's like, yes, I might not be able to fill out the paperwork and do all those things, but like my brain isn't coming up with the ideas of what we should be doing right now the way that you are. Like you're coming up with, okay, we need to look for funeral homes. That's what she literally just fucking said that to me this morning, bitch. Thank you. Hi, good morning, Rebecca. How are you doing? You've reached out to a couple funeral fucking homes for you. Fucking bitch.
I know, you're welcome.
Like I wouldn't think of that.
Yeah,
What I'm thinking about is I feel, and this is a weird feeling, I feel guilty about leaving my house. Like because I'm a caretaker and a mother and I like to fix everything. Like, am I supposed to move everything out and sell all my belongings before I do maid? Like,
that's my job.
how does that work?
That's
Somebody
all
who's
my, that's my job.
what?
I'll
That's
take
your
care of
job?
all of it. Yeah,
Okay, okay, fine.
yeah.
Because
So there you go.
I was going to ask if there's any dying or dead people out there that can answer that question. That would be great.
Listen, if there are any dead people out there, you want to fire us an email, you want to hit us up at 2cutepod@gmail.com and it'll get straight to me and Rebecca, and you'll definitely be
Just
on the
want to
next
know if
episode.
you're supposed to pack up your shit before you die or can somebody do it for you after? That's
Oh
my
my God.
biggest concern. Yeah.
Well, and you know, it's funny, like, because I was thinking about all this stuff the other day when I was starting to think about like what are my responsibilities, right? So
Mm.
that's why I talked to a lawyer and I was reaching out to funeral homes and letting you know too. So it wasn't just like I'm not doing it all without you, right?
Willy-nilly, yeah.
Yeah, and so one of the other things that I was thinking about just left my brain because perimenopause.
See, hers is perimenopause and mine is Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I have no idea what I was going to say.
I
It
don't
is
even know what, I
100%
don't
fine.
actually have any idea what you were saying. So there you go.
Yeah, it's gone. It had something to do with the responsibilities and like what to do next and which things to plan. But I have no
Oh,
idea
yeah.
what
Like,
point
what
I
were
was going
your
to make.
responsibilities as a POA kind of thing?
Yeah, with power of attorney and then, doing executor stuff as well and like just getting
Yeah.
my ducks in a row too. And so that I was prepared ahead of time because like I know for me, I'm somebody who does really well with like a goal and tasks and all that kind of stuff. Like if I have a role and a job and I understand what is expected of me, I can deliver.
Yeah.
And because I have this role, I've happily taken it on. I mean, happy is a weird word, but like I'm I am
Such
totally
a
okay to
morbid
take
bit.
it on.
Yeah.
Um, but I also know that you've been my best friend since we were five or
Yeah.
four or whatever. And
Yeah.
so I know that when you go, the day that you do made and you leave, I
Yeah.
have shit to do immediately, but I'm also going to be grieving. And so my job
Yeah.
is to make sure that I'm prepared and I know ahead of time what things I need to do in what order. So there's stuff to be done that day, there's stuff to be done that week. And now that I have a plan for that, now I can just be like make space for all of the different parts. I know what I
Hmm.
was going to ask you.
What?
As I was going through, because obviously I'm asking GPT,
Well, duh.
what's the
Everybody
shit I
does.
have to do? When does it happen? Um,
Yeah.
one of the things I got thinking about that I wanted to talk to you about, and it doesn't have to happen now, but I was like, oh, okay. You know how when like if a family member passes away from illness or it's unexpected or whatever, you go through the different steps of whatever happens at the funeral home. Somebody's got to fucking plan out what you're wearing, bitch. You better get something good.
Well, I've already thought about that. Okay, so did I show my blanket last episode?
Oh no, we haven't talked about your blanket.
Okay, so this is what I'm dying with. Okay, bitch, it's this. Okay? This
It looks like spaghetti, but you love it.
Oh my God, this thing will always be on my lap. And I have thought because I want to be cremated, so I thought this has to go in either first of all, it has to either go to one of the kids, which I don't know that they would want it, but maybe they would. And if not, it is gonna lie on my chest in the crematory and get burnt the fuck alive with me. Um, but this is my very first girlfriend's duvet cover from when we dated when we were 20. And she left it behind and I kept it. And it's this thing has been through, I want to kill myself, I want to kill you, I hate myself, I hate you, I'm depressed, nobody loves me, I'm the worst person in the world.
And it even went through, oh my God, we're flying. Holy shit, we're in Costa Rica. I can't believe this is
Yep.
my life. This place
I
is so
had this
great.
on my lap in the fucking on the plane.
Airplane.
Yep. Then I just had surgery. This was on my fucking like on top. Here I am in a sterile environment with this disgusting, I do wash it, but disgusting looking thing. The nurses probably thought, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch?
I think we should. I know it's insane, but I also love it. Like I think can we normalize adults having like binkies and loveys and favorite stuffies and blankets and stuff? Let's
Yes,
fucking
please.
normalize that.
I mean, I'm like attached to my small spoons. So
So the blanket's going with you.
blanket is going to go with me. I will be dying. I personally wanted to die in this bed, and then it was brought to my attention that the person that will be living here with whom I know may not want to live here if I died here, which makes a lot of sense. So I am trying to think of where else I could fucking die. But on that day, damn, you know what I should do is actually get hair and makeup to come over, like
Oh,
do a like
yes.
a glam squad, like the
Death
Kardashians have
day.
their makeup. Yeah,
Yes.
just
100% yes.
have them come in, do my hair, do my makeup. Yeah, I'm gonna wear a really sexy dress or something. I don't, well, that might be weird because of my kids, but
Well, I mean, it's not like you're going in a G-string and pasties, which would be fine too. Yes, it's your death day. It's your
I might
call.
not want to die that day if I'm wearing G-string and a fucking titty pasties. Like I might want to go downtown and celebrate. That is another session podcast that I really want to talk about is death, dying, and sex. Because I recently got my ass dumped.
I don't know who did the dumping.
Well, I don't know. I recently fell victim to a terrible human being, and I don't have a lot of time left. And so
This bitch has got to get laid.
it's not even about getting laid, but I have this strong yearning to feel love and
Mm,
intimacy one last time.
absolutely. And I mean, everybody, we're as humans, we're wired for connection
Yeah.
because that's what we all look for. And I don't
Yeah.
think that's an unreasonable thing to look
But
for.
who the fuck wants to fuck a dead person? I mean, I'm not
That's a
dead yet.
different podcast.
Sorry, that
And that's not what there is no necrophilia going on here, gang. Like, that's a hard stop, safe word territory.
Yay. But who really wants to screw, somebody who's gonna die soon? I'm sure there's people out there that would do me a few favors, but it's
Hey
like,
man, who are you to yuck someone else's yum though? Like if they've got a kink,
hey, that's true.
I
Does
mean,
anybody out there know of any terminally ill queer dating sites? Let me know.
maybe we can do like date a dying girl date auction and we can just like raise a pant load of money.
Bitch, that's the best idea ever. And it will be like the 51st dates.
That is solid
Well,
gold.
I can remember.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
fucking
I
genius.
love. Yeah, yeah. But I am interested. I do feel like that's such a good top. I feel like just in general, having ADHD, having trauma, and being in perimenopause and sex
Oh my God,
Like
that's a
that is a
whole episode right there.
community. That's a community. That's a umbrella of a whole bunch of other
Totally.
bloody problems. And nobody's talking about this shit. Like I didn't know my parents, well, my parents weren't fucking, but I I didn't know, growing up that, what was normal for a sex drive in your late 40s
Totally.
in
No.
perimenopause. Like nobody sat me down and was like, "Oh, hey, by the way,
I mean,
you're
dude,
gonna go."
growing
Yeah.
up, I'm pretty sure it was either you or your mom that taught me how to use a tampon. My own mother didn't teach me how to use a tampon. We sure as hell were not
Oh,
talking
it was
about
my mom because
fucking.
I was in the room when it happened.
Yeah.
It was in my mom's bedroom, and I turned away.
And I was
But
like, teach me
I
things.
actually took a peek. I wish I was lying, but I'm not.
Speaking of your mother, did you guys watch the podcast together?
No, I forgot about it. I haven't even seen it.
Every time you say that you forgot something, it's gonna low key be funny for me every time.
I know. I don't. What do you mean? Have I watched it? No, I haven't. I need somebody to sit down and be like, let's watch this
And you're
together.
gonna bring it up.
And
Okay,
then I
well, we
would.
can do
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna be there in January sometime,
Yes,
so
yes, you are. She's graciously decided to come and help me
of course.
live my life a little bit. So,
Yeah.
which will be nice and fun. So,
Well, you know what I've been saying from the beginning is I've loved you the longest, so I win.
yeah, that hasn't gone well with some people, but
Oh well,
they're
fuck
not
them.
in my life anymore.
Fuck
They're not
'em.
in my
Fuck
life
'em.
anymore.
Oh, I know. Let's talk a little bit about like who we are to each other and how like because we've got it. There's a crazy. This is not a straightforward story. It's not like we met in kindergarten and we've just been like two peas in a pod forever and always love you. Bye bye.
Yeah, well, I'll let
No.
you tell that story.
Oh, well, you'll remember different parts than me. So we met in
Yeah,
kindergarten. And our birthdays are only a few months apart. You're in December, I'm in March. So you would have been 4 when you started kindergarten, turned
yeah, it was,
5.
yeah.
I was 5. And do you remember who our kindergarten teacher even was?
God, no, no.
Sorry, Alzheimer's. Um,
Also, just I don't care.
but I remember the classroom, and I remember there was
Yeah.
another girl that you were friends with, and the three of us had some kind of a row over this cash register toy.
Yes, I
And
remember that.
it was in that kindergarten class, in that whole interaction where this fraught friendship was forged. That
Yeah.
is called an alliteration. And so, from then on, as girls will do through school, like we were like this, right? Like, love you, hate you, love you, hate you, love you, hate you. And my parents were really young. And so we moved a lot, a lot, a lot. And so when I moved out of that catchment area, I don't even really remember a lot about our friendship, but I think that was sort of when it was on a bit of a sort of break.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
still did stuff together, but it felt different because we had new friends.
Yeah.
And so we weren't as close when had moved apart. Um,
We did used to touch tongues at lunchtime though on a rock on the school ground. We did it in Costa Rica too, okay?
well, and you know what? It's funny, God, we could go on so many story side quests. Kids used to say that we were lesbians. They were
Yeah.
50% right. Well, 75% right. Whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
very gay. So gay. I love it.
And I'm straightish.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently with a man. We'll say that.
Boring.
Ugh, whatever. Um, And then, gosh, I think junior high, there was a lot of friction because junior high is terrible.
Yeah.
And you've talked about some of the crazy things that you remember on your TikTok, like the
Yeah.
way that people treated you and the stuff that you endured. And I had similar things. Like at that age, when I was 13, is when I had my very first like penetrative sex encounter, and it was not consensual because I was 13. That's a child. And
Yeah.
I had it was a bunch of adults got me very, very drunk.
Mm.
And, teenagers being teenagers, the whole story exploded and I was labeled a slut and that was that. And that was actually a label I couldn't shake.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot about that until you said that. I'm like, oh yeah, you were the slut.
Yeah.
I forgot. I mean, now I would wear that name with fucking honor, but we grew up
Well,
in a small town where there wasn't even a fucking traffic light and
oh,
everyone drove big trucks. So
yeah,
you can't be a lesbian there.
certainly not because it's all rednecks.
Yeah.
And so that was like junior high was just
Oh,
tough. Like I
sorry,
think,
lesbian. I meant slut, not lesbian. You can't be either. Just
well, no,
sorry.
you can't be either.
I
And
used the wrong word, but
but
anyways, go
once you
ahead.
get a label, you can't shake it. Small towns have long memories. That's one of those things that I know to be true, and anybody who lives or has lived in a small town can attest to that. We all have our own traumas from that. Um, and then in high school, you changed high schools from your catchment high school to the one that I was attending.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where things kind of came back together for us, where we were just like, oh, for fuck's sakes, there you are.
Yeah.
And then
Inseparable, holding hands down the hall,
shared a
getting
locker, lesbian label resurfaced.
got a lesbian scratched on our lockers. Yeah,
Yeah,
spit on,
all of
all the fun things that.
And then it got so bad. There was a point where we both had to get escorted from
Yeah,
our last class because it wasn't safe for us. We were going to get jumped. And
yeah,
so the teachers we weren't in the same last class each day for
yeah,
reasons. But it was the teacher's job to escort us from our class to our school bus
yeah,
because
yeah,
that makes great sense. Tell me
yep,
again how you don't tolerate bullying and don't protect the bully.
yeah.
So that's sort of the quick and dirty of our high school experience.
Mhm.
But man, once we got to grade like 11 and 12, the shenanigans, we
We have
shenaned
stories.
again and again and again.
And yeah, there will be lots of story time on those things for sure.
Yeah, we experimented with just about everything that you can experiment with.
Oh, of course, as everyone does, I think.
Yeah. We learned
Yeah,
some stuff.
yeah, we did.
We
Yeah.
learned the things we liked and the things that we didn't like. And we learned,
I learned that I was the fat friend when I was 100 pounds and she was 98 pounds. So I was always the fat friend. So can you imagine a 100-pound woman being called fat? Grow up in
thank
the
you.
era. So there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in the heroin chic
Heroin
era.
chic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't have any trauma from that. So
Zero.
don't need to talk about
We'll save
that.
that for another day.
I am going to just say this is my new thing that I do, and I am running out of my battery. So we're going to wrap this up. I
Excellent.
love you. Um,
Yeah.
and I sure hope next time I have funny stories to tell you. So,
But this is the reality of it. Some days are funnier than others,
yeah,
and that's okay.
I need to go take care of myself, and that looks like lying in bed and staring at a TV screen, and that's all I'm going to do.
So there's something you need to know about Rebecca. She identifies her pronouns are they, them.
Yeah.
However, you do also identify as a bed princess.
Oh, I'm a pillow princess and a fit princess. And if you're queer, I don't know if you know what pillow princess is. Do you know what a pillow princess
No,
is?
teach me something.
Okay, in the queer community, a pillow princess is the usually femme bottom
Got it.
receiver of all things
Oh, noted.
and
The
the
sub.
non-giver of things.
I
So,
mean, yes. I didn't
yes.
know this was a
So
label.
it's like this.
Fucking right.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. A little
That's me.
starfishing, a little, just gonna lay back
I'm
and
gonna get
do
comfortable while you get to
absolutely
work.
nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have the two. I am a pillow princess in the queer community, but I'm also, that's not true, I switch sometimes if I want to. And then I am a bed princess, but my psychiatrist says it's actually not bed princess, it's bed prison. I disagree.
Whatever. You seem pretty fucking happy when you're there
I'm pretty happy in my bed.
because
So
you have snacks. You have everything you need.
snacks, a phone, a toilet right beside me. That's all I
Excellent.
need. Yeah.
So your battery's low. We're
Yeah.
gonna wrap this shit up, and I lost our outro. Here it is. Here's a new one. I'll read this instead. You've been listening to Too Cute to Die. If you laughed, cried, or forgot what we were talking about, congrats. You're one of us now. follow along wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're feeling bold, share this episode with someone who's not afraid to talk about the real shit. Until next time, don't forget, death is inevitable, but at least we're cute.
Yeah, we are.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't hang up yet.